Kamea Aloha Jr. I am 9 years old and I was born in 2009, the year of Bitcoin. And this is my story.
Damn, it feel good to see people up on it. This situation ain't accidental.
What's up, guys? It's the Crypto Kid. I want to just educate kids so they're prepared for the future. What's up, guys? This is the Crypto Kid, live on location. The second day of the Crypto Conference 2019, January 3rd and 4th. And today, 2 hours at 1 p.m., I'm going to be speaking from 1 to 2. Make sure to come. Don't miss it, guys. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to teach many kids about Bitcoin, and we can learn about the future together. What's up, guys? It's the Crypto Kid, live on location in the Cardinal Theater. And guess who I just spotted behind me? It's BTC Benny.
So, how long have you been doing your channel now?
Probably. I've been doing it for about 1 year.
1 year. Cool. And do you remember what the first video you ever did was?
Yeah, the first video I ever did on my YouTube channel, it was when I was really young. I actually started a long time ago, like 7 years back.
Oh, man.
But I didn't really focus on it. I just had 10 subscribers back then. We just did it for fun. So I just did a few toy reviews. I did a few funny videos with my cousins. My first video that I really took more seriousness was on my acting videos. I made a few acting videos like The Godfather with my cousins. That was actually the first video I ever made.
That's cool. And when did you start into crypto then? That was a year ago?
Yes, that was a year ago when I started doing my first What is Bitcoin video.
Okay. Oh, so your very first video was What is Bitcoin?
Yes.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
This was really fun, being asked my question by BTC Sessions, BTC Benny, Ben Perrin. Stay stoked and just keep watching until I speak.
All right, Kamea.
Lola wants to take a picture.
And introduce yourself.
Yeah, there's a kid here. There's a kid.
Okay, we'll get him.
There. Hi. It's nice to meet you. What's up, guys? This is the Crypto Kid, and today I'm going to be interviewing a really cool dude, and his name is Sawyer, and he is 10 years old. So Sawyer, what do you like doing?
I like playing with Lego.
Cool. What type of Lego sets do you like?
Cars that exist in real life, like Ferraris, Fords, Mercedes, and yeah.
Cool. So can you tell me why you came here today?
I don't actually know.
So you just came here for fun to just learn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool. So can you tell me anything else that you do?
I like reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid sometimes.
Cool. Like reading. It's very interesting. Can you tell me something? Do you have brothers or sisters?
Oh yeah, I have a 21-year-old brother. That's it.
Cool. Thank you so much for this interview, Sawyer. It was really fun interviewing another kid like you.
What you eating there, buddy?
Chippies. Hey guys, this is the Crypto Kid, live on location. I got some interesting people that you would like to meet. They are my grandparents. And I'm just gonna sit down and talk about them, about Bitcoin and what they know about it. So Grandma and Grandpa, what do you know about Bitcoin?
Grandfather, answer that question.
Well, the very first thing is, after I've watched your channel, I know a lot more about it than before. I don't know a lot of it, but I know that it's an area that I'm going to be researching.
Cool. So can you tell me what's interesting about it for you?
What's interesting about it is
I think I should answer that question because you answer all the questions. Eh? I think what's so interesting about this conference is coming and watching you. of all the people here, they're all adults. And you, a little kid who's 9 years old, that's amazing to me.
Cool. So, Grandma, Grandpa, do you think you're going to teach all your other grandkids and all my cousins about it too?
Look at my shirt. My shirt says the Crypto Coin Kids subscribe. This morning I was telling Grandma about how to subscribe. I have now signed up about 3 or 4 people at this conference to subscribe to your channel.
I'm sitting beside him. That just makes me more excited. So I have also done what Grandpa did, is start prescribing to people and telling people about your channel. So by the end of this month, you should have over 1,000. What do you think?
Yes.
Oh.
So let's get started with a little bit of media. But before we start our video, this could be a bit of interactive presentation.
Why are you here today?
So we're spreading awareness for Bitcoin, blockchain technologies, and cryptocurrencies, as well as helping people in the community to get to know local rock stars like yourself. I'm not sure about local, but...
Cool. So can you tell me how you got introduced to crypto?
Yeah, I had some friends that I was working with. They're talking about, different stocks and stuff, investments, right? I looked at Bitcoin and I was like, oh, there's no way this is possible, right? So the more I dug into it, the more interested I got.
Cool. Can you give me a few tips and teach me some things about what you do?
Yeah, for sure. So the biggest thing is get educated. So do some learning from the Crypto Kid on his YouTube channel. And get involved with the community too. So you learn what's out there and what's coming in the near future. Awesome. Keep it up, old man.
Oh, it's Jordan. Ooh. Okay, you're next.
I am now.
What's up, guys? This is your Crypto Kid live on location, and today I'm going to be interviewing a guy that we're going to have a very deep conversation, and it's going to be very deep. And make sure to keep watching, keep learning, and just listen to our interview.
Thanks for having me.
So, can you tell me what your name is and what your businesses are?
Sure, yeah. My name is Jason McKee. I'm a sole proprietor. I run a company called Keywords Consulting that I spelled the same as my last name, K-E-E, Words. As a sole proprietor, I do consulting work on a number of different industries. I started with renewable energy and lighting products for the electrical industry. And since then, I've sort of just been dabbling in consulting work for blockchain development projects, use case ideas. Specifically, my end game is to do a peer-to-peer energy network where people can create their own energy, consume it, store it, and have a peer-to-peer sale of energy.
Cool, that's a really cool idea. So, why'd you come here today?
I came here to meet some new people and to learn some new things.
Cool. Can you tell me how you got introduced to blockchain and Bitcoin?
Sure, yeah. I got introduced to Bitcoin when I was in financial services, and that was sort of at the peak of Occupy Wall Street, where I entered financial services to find out how the industry would respond to the swelling momentum of Occupy Wall Street. And naturally, Bitcoin was one of those solutions that came across my radar.
Cool. Can you tell me a few things that you do and how you use blockchain and Bitcoin?
Sure, yeah. I'm a co-founder of a decentralized autonomous community called the EOS Cafe DAC. And I've been consulting with a few EOS projects. And at the moment, I'm mostly focused on EOS, but all the mainstay uses of blockchain are things that I'm interested in. I've been learning a lot from DAO Stack for ways for people to organize. But the traditional pathway is basically just HODL.
Cool. So can you tell me some things that you learn from some websites and stuff?
Sure, yeah. One of the interesting things that I found is with proof of work, ways to extract the heat energy and use that for heating a building in a cold climate.
Cool. So can you tell me and teach me something and give me some tips of what I could improve?
Oh, you're way ahead of the game already, kid. So I think you'll take your time with it, and eventually you'll find out everything there is to know.
Thank you so much for your time. This was a fun interview.
Cool.
What's up, guys? This is the Crypto Coin Kid, and I'm going to be interviewing another person. And I've interviewed so many people, and lots are very interesting. And here's another for you guys. So, can you tell me what your name is and your business is?
So my name is Jordan Casting, and I run a company called ADM Co. So we're a mining firm that's started our first year just building a foundation for ourselves and just figuring out mining and making sure that it was profitable for future clients. So that's what I started out with, and now we're branching into a few other aspects of our company that we're just starting our first year on, or I guess phase 2 into our second year.
Cool. Can you tell me how you got introduced to cryptocurrency?
I heard the word on the street, basically, on what cryptocurrency was, and I looked it up and spent a couple weeks getting familiar with the process and all that jazz. And then I was working with my future business partner at the time, and I went over to his desk, and he was mining, and he's been mining over the course of from when crypto started. Around like 2013 he was mining, and then 15, and then I hopped in around 16. Year 2016, and started a company from that. So yeah, 2 weeks of just hard research, and then now it's just 2 feet in, learning ever since.
Cool. Can you teach me something about how you use blockchain and some of the things that you can use it for?
Yeah, so so when we started with the mining, we wanted to figure out a way to bring mining to all sources of income in families and things like that, and bring mining into the space where they can go into utilize it for paying bills and things like that. So we started out with that, and then I wanted to branch more into figuring out more of the space. So I looked up Lightning, built a Lightning node for myself, and then we have that up and running right now, and now it's just learning as much as I can all the time. Anytime you were reading something and you see something you don't understand, I just type in what that is and watch a video on it, and then go back to the article and what I wanted to, and just keep on figuring it out. So what I started with was, I guess, wallets. So I figured how to set up a wallet for yourself, pick a coin that you like. Mainly in the mining space, you set up your wallet, and then you want to submit your GPUs or your ASICs or whatever it is to a mining pool of your desire, and then you would start your mining process there. So I think with learning, I started out with just wallets, figuring those out first, and then the mining process, and then getting into things like master nodes and proof of stake, and building our own community pool. So,
cool.
Yeah, it can be a lot, but it's one step at a time.
Every step of the way counts.
Every step of the way is hard too.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time. This was a fun and very interesting interview.
Thank you.
I knew so much, and this was so informative, and I learned so much today. Hey guys, this is Crypto Coin Kid live on location. Keep watching, keep learning with me, keep watching me interview people, and stay stoked.
Two? Awesome. Oh. Keep it real.
What's up, guys? This is the Crypto Coin Kid, and today I'm going to be interviewing Heather Marshall, and she is the leader of Move the Dial. So I'm just going to ask her a few questions about what her business is and all that stuff, and she's going to teach you about why you should have more girls involved with all the tech industry and stuff. So can you tell me a few things about your business?
Yeah, so Move the Dial is actually a passion project. I'm really excited to be the co-lead of the first ever chapter, which is the Calgary chapter. And our focus is getting more women in leadership positions in tech. And so we do all kinds of things to get women into tech and to show young girls what their options are in tech, and show them examples of women who've done a great job and who are leaders in tech, all kinds of tech.
Cool. Can you tell me a little bit of how you got involved with the blockchain and Bitcoin and stuff?
Yeah, so you know a lot more about blockchain and Bitcoin than I do, hands down. And so, but our organization is really focused on all sorts of tech. Where I would say we're tech agnostic. So we just focus on getting women into leadership positions. So it hasn't really been a focus on blockchain, but I know that's specifically an area where it's been hard for women and girls to kind of break into. So certainly an area where we have some work to do.
Cool. I have 3 younger sisters at home. So can you give me a bit of advice of how I can reach out to other girls out there and teach them about my channel and just reaching out to them?
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job by having different voices. I think it's important to have voices who appeal to a wide variety of audiences. So having women and people of different backgrounds and different ages, I think that's a huge start. Maybe you could have your sisters on sometime. And really just making it so that it's inclusive and available to everyone, regardless of what their gender is.
Cool. Can you give me and teach me a few things about business and how you market and all that stuff?
Yeah, great question. I'll do my best. So I think one of the key things you learn about business and marketing is really understanding who your audience is. So who you're trying to market to and what business problem you're solving. So what does your business do that helps your audience? And I think that's sort of the key thing to think about all the time, regardless of what business you're in.
Thank you so much for your time, Heather Marshall. It was really fun interviewing you, and I learned so much more that I should reach out to a lot of more girls and teach about them all about the future and all those things. So thank you so much for your time. What's up, guys? It's your Critical Kid live on location. Keep learning with me, keep watching, and keep vlogging, and stay stoked. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Good job.
Dad at all? Do you know?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Can you teach it real quick?
A dab is like boom.
Yeah,
like
there
this.
you go. And that's,
You want to tuck your head in.
Just head goes there. You
But other way. Head in
part.
there into your
Do this arm?
There you go.
Like this.
There you go. That's it. Yeah.
Nice. High five.
It's nice meeting you. Thank you.
Area of work.
Hey guys, I'm just trying to get my speech ready. I'm gonna go through it a few times with my dad.
Sorry, he's just practicing right before.
So that's why I went through 3 transitions of my intros to the one that I have today. The one that actually for the older generation. We have to teach as many people as we can. Everywhere.
It's called the green room. Have a seat.
Nice. This is where they hold the talent so it doesn't escape.
I'll show you something else. Come here, there's more. So over here is the washroom. This is the main room. Bring this down.
What is the essence
This will first be on anything else. Let me introduce you to one of the newest rising YouTube stars up on Benny's heels right here. The Crypto Kid. There we go. All you.
How's everyone doing? I would just like to thank Crypto Conventions and Jan Serrato for letting this happen, because you don't get every day for a kid like me to be asked to speak at a crypto conference like this. So I would just like to thank Crypto Conventions, Jan Serrato, just thank them for the opportunity of letting me speak at an amazing crypto conference like this.
Thank you, everybody.
So I'm just here to teach you, and if you have kids, about why you should teach your children about Bitcoin, and I'll just bring you along my story of how I learned about Bitcoin and the way that why you should teach your children about Bitcoin, if you have some. My name is Kamea Aloha Jr. I am 9 years old, and I was born in 2009, the year of Bitcoin. And this is my story. First of all, I would just like to say that Bitcoin is not just one thing. It's not just a currency. It's a bunch of multiple things. It's math, it's economics, it's coding. You can learn all these things. If you want to get really in depth with all these subjects, you've got to learn a little bit of all of it. You can learn about coding by taking classes, online classes, or classes in real life. You can go to courses online. Here are a few things that I would recommend if you are a younger coder that just wants to learn. If you are a little bit more advanced, I would recommend Code Combat for the 9 to 12-year-olds here. that you can learn how to code in Python, Java, anything, basically in the simple ones, by playing a video game. And for the younger people, like 6 to 9 years old, I would recommend code.org. It's a very simple thing, but it also teaches you very complex ideas. So that's what I would just like to say. And here's just a little snippet of one of my videos back 11 months ago. On November 2017, I made my first ever video in my crypto series called What is Bitcoin? Simplified for Kids. It has about 28,000 views, 91 comments, and a good amount of likes and dislikes. It's one of my most loved videos and hated. These are a few comments I got from my first video. There are some that are very positive and some that are, and many that are not so positive. One of my favorite inside my not so positive is the intro made me cringe, because in my intro, in my first ever video, it wasn't that as good and high quality as it is mine is today, because I wasn't that good at editing back then. And it actually, in comments, sometimes if you read too many good comments, you can become too prideful for all the things that you should actually improve. That's why you should always read a few of your not so positive comments and to motivate you, because some unpositive comments can actually give you advice to make better videos and better content. That's why I read a lot of my not so positive comments on the videos. Here's the lessons from Bitcoin that I'm here to teach you. Everyone has their own opinion. There's many cryptocurrencies out there, and everyone has their own opinion of it. It just depends on your perspective. So if you can change your perspective, the way you look at cryptocurrencies, you can see the whole other side of the equation. Everyone has their own opinion, and bullies are always ready to criticize. Another lesson from Bitcoin that I really love, it's one of my favorites. You can't trust anybody. Is because in Bitcoin, the code verifies. You just sell the Bitcoin, then the code verifies it, if it's true. That's why I love this thing called Don't Trust, Verify. In this first year of my crypto series, I've made about 25 videos in the first year. And not all of them are actually crypto related. Some are just toy reviews, acting, and video gaming, and all the other things that kids like to learn about. Because my channel is an educational channel, but it's also a channel for kids to learn and have fun watching it. More lessons from Bitcoin is anything that you guys learn, literally anything you learn, is going to be hard. So never expect something to be easy. It's because Bitcoin is hard, math is hard. Lots of things are hard, but it depends if you put the time to study it and learn about it. And the way that you can learn it the fastest is by using your knowledge to teach other young people. It's that why lots of motivational speakers, YouTubers use the knowledge that they have and teach it to younger people and other people there. My parents started getting emails of my videos are being used at conventions, at conferences, at all these different types of things. And one of my favorite is this. Mine was used in the Future Festival inside Toronto. Nice. Teaching thousands and thousands of people on 4 ginormous screens. And this was so amazing for me because I'm teaching so many older people about my videos, and it's just me. Like, it's just so amazing for me. This was an amazing
Proud of you now. Killer.
Another very amazing thing for me is my channel was broadcasted on a news channel called Coincast TV, broadcasted by Sky News. And it was played all over the world. And it's a crypto news channel. And at the end of all their videos, it always ends it with a happy thing to brighten up your day. So that's why at the end of one of them, they broadcasted me.
He's helped teach more than 50,000 people via YouTube. He's well versed in subjects such as blockchain, cryptocurrency, and coding. And he's only 9 years old.
The blockchain is just a list of records. What do I mean by records?
Bravo so far. Amazing.
That was just really cool to be broadcasted on the news channel. And a Bitcoin guru named Andreas Antonopoulos made he wrote a quote that he made, and it was about younger people learning about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency won't know anything about banks. I mean, they will know some things, but they will be like, why do they use banks when we have cryptocurrency? A 10-year-old that learns about cryptocurrency, when they're 16, they will learn and they'll be like, why do people use banks? There's cryptocurrency out there, yo.
You got it.
Another very important lesson from Bitcoin. It's its 10th birthday. So it's suffered a lot of pain and all these things, and it keeps surviving. Bitcoin is 10 years old. And people keep saying, oh, Bitcoin's done, Bitcoin's dead, you just don't use it anymore. But it just kept surviving, and it's a survivor. Don't give up. If you keep on going and working on good things, you can get better, and you will learn more.
No way.
Another very important lesson from Bitcoin is that it's so early, nobody knows about Bitcoin. And that's why us YouTubers, us crypto community, we have to teach as many people as we can about this stuff. It's very important, guys. We have to, every time we have an opportunity, we have to grab the bull by the horns, and we have to take any opportunity to teach any single person about Bitcoin, because every person counts, guys. This is just my final thought. If you can teach your children about Bitcoin, they can be prepared when Bitcoin takes over the world. The future is Bitcoin.
No way.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And I will see you later.
Yeah. Let's have it for this guy. Good advice.
I've got a question for you. So I have a 1.5-year-old right now. She's
Beautiful girl.
Just starting to put together words and sentences and stuff as she grows. But when she's old enough to start learning about this, given that you're 9, right? What should I start to teach her first? What was the first thing you felt you needed to know about Bitcoin to get interested?
Well, actually, there's this guy I met at the conference. He actually is already teaching his 4-year-old son about Bitcoin already. So technically, I'm behind. So the advice I would give to you is that just when you can teach them whenever, but you should teach them the simple stuff first, because 1.5 is like a really young age. So you should wait till they're a little older, and you can teach them, and they can start by learning from my videos, and then they can start doing a little bit more advanced stuff, like going to conferences and stuff like this.
Awesome. Once she's old enough, you should be the best on the show.
Absolutely.
Okay, other questions in the audience I can grab.
You can shout from there. Yeah, I know everyone has superhero, like the one they like, their best one. I know your dad is probably your superhero. He's like your mentor, your whole thing. But let's take your dad out of pictures. Online, you've seen so many YouTube, so many things, games. What human behind a YouTube video or something you saw that inspired you? Is there something out there that got you that little thing that you liked that we can go and check out?
Well, when I was really young, I always liked watching video reviews, like toy reviews and stuff like that. And I really like watching gaming, and I think people doing YouTube videos really inspire me. And it's not always my dad that helps me. My mom also helps me with a lot of things. It's just, I don't know what I'd do without my mom and my dad. It's just, it's really amazing for them to be helping me and helping expand my YouTube channel. My mom helps me with what I wear because you dress how what you say, and my dad helps me edit, and That's what I just wanted to say.
Does your mom help your dad with what to wear?
Okay, but one more thing you missed. Who on YouTube do you follow? We want to know.
Oh, I follow a lot of other people that are in my space, like BTC Benny and people like that. I also like watching a lot of gaming channels and stuff like that because gaming actually is very related to cryptocurrency because digital money has actually been around for a while because, you know, Mario, you collect these coins and all this stuff. So gamers are very familiar with this stuff. So that's why gamers, I watch a lot of gamers and stuff.
Do you do Twitch? Do you have a Twitch channel?
I'm really thinking about it. It's gonna be something I'm gonna do in the future.
I'd get on
it.
Something. Yeah, I'd get on it.
Awesome. Are there some other questions out here? Yeah.
What was that site that you were mentioning about for kids like 9 to 11 or so?
The things that I would recommend if you have kids and you're trying to teach them to code, I would recommend simple things like code.org. You just have to sign up and then you just have to do that stuff. There's things called an hour of code where you do these mini games and stuff where you set up the blocks and arrange them, and every level there's a new goal and it gives you instructions to what to do. That's something I would recommend for the younger children. And something for the older children, if you have some, I would recommend Code Combat. It's more advanced.
Code Combat, yeah, I know that one.
It's a good challenge because I'm on World 2 right now, so I'm pretty good at it. But I'm still learning. So don't expect me to give investment advice.
Just give us gaming advice. We want to play. Don't worry about it.
So we're really proud of Kamea Jr. and thanks to the family and Kamea for his presentation yesterday. We want to just give him a little gift in Bitcoin for his efforts here. So this is a gift of 678 Satoshis. And if you don't know that, it's $100 in Canadian currency in Bitcoin for Kamea Jr. So let's give him a hand.
Congratulations! Woo! You got the bonus round.
The CryptoCoin Proof of Work shirt.
Nice, get down here.
What's up, guys? It's CryptoCoin Kid live on location, and this was an amazing conference. This was just an amazing 2 days. I had such a fun time learning, interviewing, all that cool stuff. So some of the thoughts, because this is my first time I ever spoke at a conference, so it's not easy. But some of my thoughts is that you should always be prepared. Do your research. Be prepared for any question that they throw at you, and then you should be ready to throw right back. You've got to know your stuff, know your knowledge. And to the kids out there that are wondering, how'd you handle the pressure out there? I just handled that pressure, stayed calm, and that's how you should always be whenever you give a talk. If it's your first time and you have to give a talk about a subject, my advice to you is that you should always stay calm and just think about the things in life that helped you get there, and be grateful for all the stuff because life is a blessing. I'd just like to end it off with make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And I will see you in another video.